Bounty, the Starjacker. I've accepted my first bounty mission for the Trackers Alliance. Agent No One wants me to report back to them for a briefing. Odd that was it for that first quest, but hey, we're good to go.
Well, if it isn't the rookie.
Sure.
The Alliance is strong and getting stronger by the day.
Inevitable.
What's up, Tank?
You've been doing this a while, huh? The whole tracker thing, I mean.
You could say that.
And Roach hasn't been doing it nearly as long, right? But he keeps going on about almost beating some crazy record streak or something. But like, how's that possible when you've been doing this for way longer than he has? Why don't you have the record?
Well, even if I did care about such things, which I don't, I simply take my time. While Roach is out there chasing down easier targets to pad his record, I took the bounties that required me to do months of investigative work.
Ah, got it. So like, is he not as good as you then? 'Cause that's kind of what it sounds like.
Tank, you may need to slow down and listen. That isn't what I said. Roach is very good at what he does. He just takes a different approach.
Okay, but between you and me, it still sounds like you're the better tracker.
No comment.
So you're not Agent 1.
Glad to be on the same path as you.
I'm pleased you chose to join us. Call me Inevitable.
Inevitable? That's your call sign?
Yes. I chose this call sign to remind me how important it is to take my time. My work may take longer than others, but I never make mistakes. And I always find my quarry. No one has escaped me in over 40 years.
I wonder if you're meant to be Bertha. Why? What does it matter if I joined her or I didn't?
In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. The Trackers Alliance will function and thrive even without your help. Nevertheless, I agree with Agent Number One that you could prove to be a valuable asset for the Alliance. I would rather you with us than against.
Sounds good. Well, I'm glad to. I appreciate you bringing me here, Inevitable.
You're welcome. All I did was extend the invitation. You decided to follow through and brought yourself. I didn't choose to recruit you, but I did the research and tracked you down. Surprisingly, it was not easy.
Really? Because you were on every planet that I went to. It wasn't easy to find me. How so?
Well, from what I can tell, despite your notable accomplishments around the settled systems, you don't stick around anywhere for too long. And following you can be a challenge as well, since it seems to be by whim where you go next.
And yet you were at every place I went to. So, how did you find me?
I followed some tips, then picked a busy port and waited. I'm nothing if not patient. I knew it was only a matter of time before you showed up.
That sounds about right. Being hard to find seems like a good trait for a tracker.
For you, yes. A good tracker should be as a shadow. Elusive, unnoticed, yet ever present. For me, let's just say it exposes a vulnerability in my armor. Perhaps my skills are not, well, what they once were.
All right, well, what can you say about yourself?
Not much. I've been doing this longer than any of the other trackers, even Agent Number One. I pay little mind to the claim I was the best. I've no need to compare and no ego to feed. Not like Roach chasing some asinine record. My specialty is tracking our most elusive targets, which takes longer. Sometimes months or years. I do my job thoroughly, and that's all there is to it. That being said, I rarely go on the hunt these days. My experience is now far more valuable as an agent than a field tracker.
Any advice for a new tracker?
Yes, patience is your #1 virtue. That is something I did not understand fully when I was younger and less experienced. As a novice tracker, I was impetuous. One of my early quarries took advantage of this. He would wait for me to act rashly and falter, which gave him the upper hand he needed to escape. The cycle would repeat. He evaded me for years. It wasn't until I understood the value of patience that I caught up with him and finally claimed the bounty on his head. It's how I earned my call sign. It may take time, but I always get my mark.
Okay, sounds good. So, are you retired?
Not quite. It is rare that a tracker lives long enough that they can choose to retire. Those who do are truly fortunate. Some of us decide to continue our service to the Alliance as agents and offer our services as guides and teachers. Our experience is valued. Does that worry you at all? Does it change your mind about wanting to be a tracker?
No, not really. Nope, because you're living proof that it can be done.
Of course. Just understand that I'm the exception, not the rule. This is dangerous work, even by your standards.
Sounds good.
Leave no quarter.
Oh, hey! I heard we were getting a new tracker. Nice to meet you. Call me Tank, 'cause there ain't no stopping me. I'm new around here too, but if you've ever seen me run the Red Mile, you know I'm not just blowing smoke. Anyway, hit me up if you want to swap pointers, or just shoot the shit, you know?
I ran the Red Mile. Hey, you run the Red Mile. I run the Red Mile.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. 19 successful runs last I checked the leaderboard. Anyway, keeps my skills sharp, which is even more important now that I'm a tracker. I know I don't look like much of a tracker or a runner, but I'm cool with people underestimating me. Makes it that much more special when I crush their expectations.
You're a rookie? What's that been like for you?
Good. It's been good. Kind of easy compared to the Red Mile, maybe. I mean, people may be unpredictable, but they're easier to take down than the beasts on Porima 3. Heck, sometimes they give up willingly. And the other trackers seem to appreciate my work. Even the grumpy ones who think I'm too soft. But they shut up real quick when they see me in action.
Alright, so why do the other trackers think you're soft?
Probably because I'm too friendly. Almost everyone around here is either all business or standoffish. Maybe that's just what happens after you do this for a while. But nah, not me. Gotta take some time away from being a ruthless bounty hunter to be a real human being, you know? Otherwise, what's the point of it all? And it's the same with some of these targets. Some of them just messed up real bad and deserve another chance. You need to remember, they're people, and not just a picture with the fat cred stick attached.
Okay, so he's the good-hearted guy that will probably get killed because that's how it works. You wanted to swap pointers. What do you think I can teach you?
I don't know. There's gotta be something, right? Like, how would you deal with a target that seems ready to blow your brains out, but you know he's not in his right mind? Like he's on Aurora or something.
Maybe use non-lethal rounds. This sounds pretty specific. Did this happen to you?
Kind of. Yeah. No, it did. Almost exactly like that. It was my first mission, and I froze up. Luckily, I had a partner for the mission. He was creeping up behind the guy, tackled him and cuffed him before he could do anything. Obviously, I still think about it.
Okay, so they don't kill people. They can arrest them. So 2 good options. 2 bad options. Well, with caution. I'd get him talking long enough for him to come down from his high. It's that one, or I would say, see how it plays out. Don't want to shoot unless I have to. Those are the only 2 I would actually say.
Yo, that's smart. I like where your head's at. No sense dragging a corpse back if it didn't have to be that way. And plus, if you bring him in alive, he could face justice the right way.
And that's all you have for me.
Leave no mercy, show... No, other way around. You get it.
Thanks for just doing push-ups randomly in front of me. We've got
What are you standing around for when there's fugitives on the loose?
Roach.
Pretty sure, Agent, no one wants to talk to you.
Still can't talk to Roach. Okay,
Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
you got it.
Good. You have your mission. Once you are a tracker, you may not get a briefing like this for your missions. You'll be expected to handle them by yourself.
Okay, what if I don't know what to do?
Then you will not make it far as a tracker. No one said this would be easy. It's up to you to investigate, follow clues, and hunt for your target. They're not always so kind as to tell us where they are hiding.
Is there a reason you don't give trackers more direction?
The Trackers Alliance facilitates bounty hunting. We don't hold hands. For all intents and purposes, you are an independent entity affiliated with the Trackers Alliance. You may utilize our resources, including our database if need be, but you cannot expect someone to be with you every step of the way. That is not how we operate.
Understood. I can handle that.
Excellent. I knew you could. The target for this mission is admittedly one of our toughest. Not because of how dangerous he is, but because of how often he has evaded us in the past. His name is Hannibal Eutropio. He's wanted for 94 counts of spaceship grand theft. We have reason to believe he runs a chop shop somewhere out in the fringes, but we do not know where. Luckily, we have intel that one of his associates, Adrastos Dakota, is currently here in Aquila City. For your first mission, you were assigned a partner, Roach. He will have more information. Speak with him.
Their most dangerous person is a dude who runs a car shop? I really find that hard to believe. It sounded like Roach didn't want to work with me. Are you sure about this?
Roach has been instructed that if he wants to continue in our service, he will comply. He will get over it. He always does. I trust that his demeanor will ease once he gets to know you.
Sounds good. A chop shop? What's that?
Hannibal's crew steals spaceships and brings them someplace where they can illegally strip them for parts, or make the ships completely untraceable. Then he modifies them and resells them, or their parts, for a tidy profit. Hence the name Chop Shop.
Yeah, and I still find that hard to believe that he is your most dangerous, formidable, I forgot what word you used, person. I'll speak with him. Thank you.
Roach is one of our best trackers. You would do well to learn from his techniques. I wish you the best of luck. Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
You got it, bro. Okay. Agent number 1 briefed me on the mission to find the wanted Starjacker, Hannibal Eutropio. They also assigned me a partner, Roach. I need to speak with him. Roach.
Look what the Astra dragged in.
You already said that.
Hey, so, about earlier, when you first arrived.
Don't worry. Oh, let's rewind to the start on the right foot. I'm alright. Why should I care? I don't even know who you are. I accept your apology. I'm not worried you're going to break my streak. Don't worry, I'm not going to ruin your streak or whatever. Oh, I'm more worried you're going to break. I thought it said I'm not going to. I'm more worried you're going to break my streak. I guess let's rewind and try from the start on the right foot. I'm Orion.
Okay. Just be careful and listen to me. I'm serious about beating this record. I don't want anyone blowing it for me. It's not personal. Look, I know you enjoy my company, but this isn't how you stay on my good side.
I literally just moved down to it, but then you talked. What's this record you're concerned about?
The record for consecutive successful bounty missions is held by a tracker who went by the call sign Volk. 372 consecutive bounties brought in. That's 372 with no escapes, no mistakes. Came close to beating this record, but, well, didn't. Guy was a legend around here, but don't bring him up. It's a bit of a sore spot for a lot of trackers.
I'm guessing Volk betrayed you guys? Why don't the other trackers like Volt?
You ever work with someone who was really good at their job, but they just seem to rub everyone the wrong way? The boss won't do anything about it because they're afraid of losing that person? It was like that with Volk and the previous Agent No One. Except Volk was just needlessly cruel to his quarries. And everyone. Even his allies. I mean, like, torturing children to draw out their parents kind of cruel. He was a bad dude. He killed the previous No One. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And neither should you.
And yet, unless he's already dead, he's not your number one bounty guy. This chop shop dude is. Okay. You said you came close to beating the record. What happened?
I was doing great until I volunteered to partner up with a rookie like you. They ran in, guns blazing, got shot up, and we had to evac, which let our mark get away. Couldn't save him either, so waste all around. But now, I'm being voluntold that I need to partner up with you for reasons I don't want to get into right now. So, best not disappoint me.
Okay, you got it.
Good. Glad we had this talk. Now let's get down to business. This Adrastos guy is our ticket to finding Hannibal. We find him, bring him in, and get the information out of him. Any questions?
What if the informant, Adrastos, doesn't talk?
Don't worry about that. They always talk. Eventually. We'll make sure of that.
Didn't you just get mad that Volk was, abusive? Have you ever gone after Hannibal, Eutropio before?
If I had, he'd already be dead or behind bars. I know he's slipped away from all the other trackers who've gone after him, but my plan will let us finally get the drop on this slippery chasm bass.
Okay, no questions. Let's get our guy.
Great. Adrastos was last sighted in town, so we're going to go out there and you'll use your scanner to find him. Once we do, we'll convince him to chat with us. By force, if need be. If you don't have any more questions, let's hit the road.
How do I use my scanner to find Adrastos? I actually already did this accidentally. I was walking through town and someone highlighted red. It wasn't Adrastos, maybe. But there was just a dude who highlighted red and turns out he had a bounty on him. And I was like, what the heck? When did they add that? And now I guess I have my answer.
Easy. I assume you've used your scanner to find resources? Well, it's like that. Except you'll be scanning people for active bounties. I'll even make it easy for you this time and let you know when I see him. But when you're on your own, no one will be there to hold your hand. Normally, you'd either kill your target or disable and arrest him. At that point, You'd put a tracking beacon on him, and someone would be called in to take him away. But we're bringing this guy with us for this mission.
Sounds good. So I should get a non-lethal weapon, and I sold it already. Now I need to go buy a new one. What do you think about this mission?
I think we were given a bum deal. Hannibal has been on the wanted list for ages, and no tracker's been able to nab him despite many trying. But maybe Agent No One's expectations are low, and they just want to see how you handle a tough but low-stakes situation. For that, I guess it's perfect. I just wish they weren't intent on dragging my record down with it.
Agent No One told me this was a very important big deal, which I felt like it wasn't, and you just kind of confirmed it's not. Why hasn't anyone been able to catch Hannibal?
I'm waiting for you. Funny you ask. Until recently, no one even knew what he looked like. Despite his many crimes, he's managed to keep an exceptionally low profile. As you can imagine, it's hard to find someone when you don't know their face and can't find their base of operations. This is compounded by the fact that he never leaves a trace, and we never know when or where he'll strike next. The fact that we got info linking Adrastos to him is a damn miracle.
Sounds good. You really think Adrastos is going to lead us to Hannibal?
It's the hope. He's our only lead at the moment. Now, if the question is, do I trust him? That's a different story. But again, we do what we can with the information we have.
Any good tracker tips?
So you want to learn from the best? Well, let me tell you. All that matters in this line of work is that you get the job done. Sometimes that means skirting the law. It's usually on our side anyway. Alive or dead means you've got a choice. Don't get too hung up on it. Always go with whatever guarantees success. No sense bringing morality into it. These people are wanted criminals on the run from justice. Last thing, competition is a strong motivator. That's how I got where I am today.
So that's for the players who don't want to kill people. It's giving you the okay, they're bad people. You can kill them. I don't think you need to kill a chop shop runner, but alright. If we're going to work together, what can you tell me about yourself?
It's good and all you want to get to know me, but I don't see how it's going to help us right now. Let's focus on the mission first. It'll tell us more about each other than any small talk ever could. And if you still want to know more, we can talk when we get back.
All that sounds pretty good.
Don't get yourself killed out there.
The hunt continues. I hope you fare well. A nod to the stars that align our paths.
Are you Starborn? Why does a formal organization like the Trackers even exist? I read the book, but you tell me.
After the Narian War, there were issues with extrajudicial vigilantism involving bounty hunting. The Trackers Alliance was formally established and sanctioned by the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies as a way to combat this growing problem. The governments of the settled systems hire us for our specialized skills and allow us to operate largely unhindered in exchange for holding us accountable. This mutual trust is rarely breached.
Sounds good. Can you tell me more about bringing in targets alive?
Certainly. It's largely the same whether you're finding targets of opportunity with your scanner, taking on an elite tracker bounty mission, or going after a target of interest. After you've convinced your target to surrender, or subdued them through non-lethal force, you can register them with the system. Registering them lets either local law enforcement or a specialized tracker know to come transport them away.
Wow, that opened up a lot more things. What if the target runs after I register them?
With someone on their way, your target would not get far. They would be charged with additional felonies. It would only be worse for them.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, resisting arrest, but alright. Will someone always come, no matter where I am?
Yes. I won't go into the particulars, but even if you are at the furthest furthest reaches of space, someone will eventually be directed to pick up your target.
I wonder if they made all this in response to The Mandalorian. Who are these specialized trackers?
We have trackers who specialize in prisoner escort and detainment, rather than what we're asking you to do. They have the ships and equipment required to ensure successful handoff to the appropriate authority.
All right. The motto, leave no quarter, show no mercy. Isn't bringing them in alive showing mercy?
I can see why you would ask, but no. Criminals are punished by the justice system depending on their crimes. Some of those punishments can be harsh. Not everyone in the Alliance feels the same about the motto, as it's a bit of a holdover from older times. It's more of a tradition, and it serves as a reminder to never give up and pursue your targets to the end of the universe, so they can face justice one way or another.
Okay, well, sounds like you have it all figured out.
Our system works pretty well for us.
Who are you exactly? What's your story?
I am no one, by design. There has always been and always will be an Agent Number 1 to lead us. Upon assuming the mantle, one loses all traces of identity, including all of one's records and history, even gender and voice. You can imagine, many would seek to do harm to one in this position. To protect family and associates, our identity is more than confidential. It is eliminated from existence.
Just like I want to say Gray Fox. It could have been Silver Fox, but I believe it's just like the Gray Fox. You put the helmet on or the mask on, and you no longer exist. How did you wipe out your entire records and history?
I will simply state that our partnership with the United Colonies and Freestar Collective comes with some powerful tools.
No real name, so how do people refer to you in general?
They call me Agent Number 1, or Agent No One. Use they or them when speaking about me, as to further protect my identity. However, that had already been my preference.
Got it. So even if they knew you before you put the mask on, which everyone here would have known, they have to call you Agent No One, Agent Number 1. Okay. Was it difficult to give up your identity?
Yes and no. When one attains this position, ties to family and other associates are cut off. That is the most difficult aspect. As far as anyone knows, my former self is dead. Records of my life are mysteriously lost. I assume that is difficult for those one leaves behind. However, I am fortunate that I did not have many family, associates, or records to lose. My name was no great loss, nor were other aspects of my identity. I never conformed to gender, for instance. For me, it was an easy decision.
So now my only other question is, do you choose it? Are you voted? Is it forced? That's the only question I have. I understand. I hope I don't need to give up my identity. Oh, this is probably where you will explain it to me. Never mind.
As a rank and file tracker, it is not a requirement, but it is advised, for the safety of those you know. For a leader such as myself, it is an absolute necessity for the safety of the entire organization. Know that to attain my position of leadership, it was a combination of deeds, competency, professionalism, and above all, trust.
What's the difference between an agent and a regular old tracker?
An agent takes on a more administrative role, whereas trackers primarily work in the field. Often, when time and age catches up with the tracker, they become an agent, as their experience and wisdom is valued, and it can be difficult to re-assimilate into society. Both roles are equally crucial to our operation. Until you return.
Sounds good. I'm guessing you have nothing else.
What are you standing around for when there's... I'd wish you luck, but we both know it's more about skill.
My time is yours, should you need it. Be well.
Okay.
Hey, Was
Hasta luego, my friend.
Is it just... Oh, he just teleported out of here. It's just the 4 of you, I mean. Oh, you're following me. Okay. And why is the Ryujin stuff here?
There are always more bounties to collect.
Yeah, I got it. They better give me an outfit. So far, only one... No, I guess Ryujin did give me an outfit. It just wasn't a Ryujin outfit.
okay? Drastos is likely wandering the streets around here somewhere. Open up your scanner and look for anyone with a bounty.
What?
We may need to check other areas of the city, but he's bound to be here.
Why does he stand with, like, his pelvis forward? Right? No person stands like that. Or if you do, you shouldn't. That's bad for your back. It's also very odd to stand there with, like, a thrust forward. But okay, let's look around till we find someone red. It's you, Emily Cartwright. After I completed that quest, her and her friend never hang out anymore. Because now her friend is just staying inside of the rock. I was trying to think of it. Its name. I wonder if it is the person that I saw that was red. And I just happened to see them earlier.
If you want to purchase anything, just let me know.
Oh, this
Or if
is
you have any rare finds.
this is actually kind of funny. I don't know if you've gone into her Sinclair's books. She has all of these coffee things. She drinks so much coffee. I don't know if that's funny. That's actually very unhealthy. She probably has very bad diarrhea because of all that coffee. But I just stumbled across it and kind of thought it was hilarious. It's the environmental storytelling that I like. Okay. I'm trying to remember roughly where I saw this dude that was red.
Nobody's allowed outside the city walls after nightfall. For their own safety.
I'm a ranger
So scared.
and a tracker. I think I'm safe to explore after nightfall.
The Council of Governors meet in our very own Akiva City.
Oh, I didn't know the council met here. So that's some interesting news. Chunks. How have I not seen this person? Oh, I've already added that to my map. Okay, let's head on down this way. Near Laredo's. Like, I don't know if they're going to be inside an interior cell. I don't think they will be. He will be. What is that? Trade Authority? I'm pretty sure he's just going to be wandering around. Tom Starlet. I don't know if I've ever talked to Tom Starlet. I don't think it's a distance thing. They should just be red. Regardless. Is it because I haven't been pressing A to scan? Oh, wait. Is that what it was? No, because I didn't scan the other person. Oh, sorry. My bad. Don't know how to turn it off. And I can't tell you to go take a seat. Why can't I tell you to take a seat? I need to unselect you. Okay. Oh, I can only social. Wait, scan. It let me scan this guy. I can't scan anyone else. Though it won't matter. It should have a name on him. And I don't believe I need to scan for them to show up
You're looking
red.
for a sidearm. I recommend Laredo's firearm.
Because that other person that I saw was just red. Emily, why did you run all the way over to here?
Holy shit!
Alright. This shouldn't be this difficult. I mean, I found the last person without even trying. And now the one that I have to find, there's just no people. Am I missing something that I need to do? Like, is he inside of a building? Jensen. Isabel King. Axel King.
Running the Low House is tough, but those times when you
Earl.
Oh man, I'm running late for the meeting. What time is it?
Don't look at me. I haven't got a clue.
Hey. How do I use my scanner to find him?
Easy. I assume you've used your scanner to find resources? Well, it's like that. Except you'll be scanning people for active bounties. I'll even make it easy for you this time and let you know when I see him. But when you're on your own, no one will be there to hold your hand. Normally, you'd either kill your target or disable and arrest him. But we're bringing this guy.
So you're not telling me how to actually do it. And I'm clicking the button. But it doesn't do anything.
Aquila City is really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
We need to be smarter, better.
So what do I do? Can't do anything with you.
Cherry is by far the best flavor of boom pop.
That bank robbery sounded intense. Could have gone down so much worse.
How do I scan a person? I've walked this whole place.
Thanks for keeping the whole robot thing under wraps.
The only person that's let me scan is this single dude from the Trackers Alliance right here.
Bounty hunting is dangerous work. Trackers Alliance makes it a little easier.
I can't scan anyone else, but I can.
Just keep your gun holstered during your stay.
I can mind control them.
He used to be an actuary. Now look.
Ow.
Your ship's not half bad.
Thanks. I'm surprised you didn't notice that it's the razor leaf that belonged to the mantis. Where is this dude? Is he inside a building? Because I was told he was just going to be walking around the city.
It's me. Hello.
Hello. Like what?
Oh, really? That's how you pronounce it. I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
This shouldn't be this difficult. Again, I've already spotted someone before even joining the Alliance that had a bounty on them. And all that happened was I turned my vision on, my scanner.
That's our guy. Open your scanner and scan him to confirm. It should show his active bounty. Credit for this one, too.
Next time a friend comes in,
Yeah.
appreciate the expedited.
See, it was just a glowing dude that was red, so I literally just had to walk around the city until he pops up.
Okay, that's it. Now, approach and interrogate. I'll let you do the talking.
We've got active bounty 10,000, grand larceny, trespassing, insurance fraud, soliciting ships with fraudulent extended warranty offers. Wait, is he that dude that's been flying through space? Probably is. But also, I could have just looked for his name, right?
Hey, can I help you?
Oh, it immediately goes into a persuasion thing. Theft check. I heard you know where we can buy a ship. Something hot, if you know what I mean. Like, I want a sexy ship.
I think I might have that kind of connection. What's it to you?
I just want a sexy ship. I mean, I don't want to promise I can let him go. Look, I know you can give us information on your boss, Hannibal.
I probably could. I'm just not sure that would work for me, you know?
It don't matter if it works for you. Well, you know I could kill you, right? We can protect you from your boss if that's what you're worried about.
You know, he would be pretty pissed if he knew I squealed. Who knows what he'd do to me? I might take you up on that offer. Okay, fine. I'll tell you what you want to know. What exactly do you want to know? Something about Hannibal, right?
You need to tell us where he is. Then, as long as the intel's good, we can consider letting you off easy. Got it?
How do we know you won't just lie to us? Open your eyes, I'm talking to you.
Because I'm sure Mr. Tall, Dark, and Menacing over here will make sure the rest of my existence is both painful and humiliating?
Well, if you're extra good, we'll give you a gold star, too.
You know, I wasn't sure I liked you, but I'm coming around. Truth is, Hannibal could be anywhere. I don't know how to tell you where he is.
I don't believe you. You better start spilling more.
But I know where to find his chop shop.
Let me guess, 42 Bullshit Lane, bro. Of course. No, what else can you tell me about the chop shop?
I don't know what you want me to say. Hannibal's got a team of spacers, mechanics mostly, but also some muscle. If you're planning on going, you best be prepared to fight, because they don't like unannounced visitors.
Okay, well. Good. Give us the location.
Yeah, of course. It's an old abandoned star yard in the Andromos system. Andromos 4A to be exact. Surrounded by a field of giant space rocks. Can't miss it. Actually, you can. That's kind of the point.
Great. You're coming with us then. You run, you die. You cause a commotion, you die. You so much as sneeze without asking.
I die. I think I get it. Well, what are we waiting for? To the chop shop.
Right. Hey, rookie, a word?
Do I?
So, first mission for you, huh?
Oh, God. Don't walk into me, Roach.
So normally, you register Drastos with the system and leave him bound for someone to come pick him up. But we need him to tag along with us. Now, if we show up in my ship, we'll lose the element of surprise. I'd rather keep our cards close to our chest. Gives Hannibal less chance to escape.
So you're wanting to use my ship. Do you really trust this guy leading us to the right place?
Not really. Seemed a little too easy, but what other choice do we have? I'm not about to let this opportunity to bag Hannibal get away from us. Worst case, we shoot a bunch of baddies and we still have a Drastos.
Okay, sounds good. Maybe we can use a Drastos' ship.
Nah, too many unknowns. What if he's got a crew waiting for him? What if he's got a way to jettison us into space? I don't like it. No, I've got something else in mind. See, the last guy I took in wound up dead and unknowingly donated his ship. It's a nice ride, and the parts are valuable. We'll use that. Drastos here is going to help us on the comms as we approach.
Oh, I am?
Or he'll find himself in deep space without a suit. He's going to play it as if he jacked a ship and brought it to be chopped up. And he's going to do it without giving it away that we're on board because he knows what'll happen if he does.
As I was saying, I'm going to do just that.
Alright, that all sounds good. What happens if our cover is blown?
Plan doesn't change much. There'll just be more bodies, and hopefully Hannibal won't escape.
Alright, well at least we're not using my ship. What will we do with Adrastos here when we get there?
He'll stay behind on the ship. Not much trouble he can get into with his hands tied, and there isn't exactly anywhere he can go.
He'll be in a ship. He can fly away, or at least get further. I've got a crew on my ship. What about them?
If you need them, bring them along for the ride, but they need to listen and stay off the comms. Of course, it may be a little cramped in there with everyone, so maybe you could just let your crew take leave for a bit. Up to you. It's your op.
I'm not bringing them. None of my crew, except for Andreja, can stealth, and she's back at home. So, I like the plan where we just... No, we're not going to do that. Sounds like a good plan as any. I'm ready.
Great. Let's get to it then. The ship's parked at the spaceport. You'll be the one in the pilot's seat, so I can keep an eye on our good buddy Adrastos. Let's wrap this one up nice and quick.
Alright, this is longer than I was expecting it to be, but a lot of these quests are like an hour long. Well, that's also because I talk to everyone, but still. Roach has updated his plan with the information we gathered from I keep wanting to say asbestos. Adrastos. We're going to use a ship Roach acquired to approach the chop shop, and Adrastos is going to help us get aboard. Board the decoy ship. I can't fast travel to it, so we'll just run.
Rock might have some.
I believe I have done all of the quests the Rock has to offer. I'm also running into a time crunch here because I gotta shower and get ready for work. What I don't like... It's not so much that I don't like. I don't have time for editing things. So I don't want to cut it just to have to splice more onto it, you know? And I spent so much time chasing down Adrastos. Roach is no longer following me. Okay. You're not handcuffed, bro. Oh, there you are. Why did you come up here and leave it? He's...
You know, I thought getting caught would be a lot worse than this. This is actually kind of fun.
Sit down and shut up. Can I fly straight there without going through multiple cutscenes? Probably not. I'm realizing I haven't traveled that many places. Oh, and I've never been to the system. Dang it. So we're gonna get multiple cutscenes regardless.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
The shop should be right around here. You should expect them to hail you. When they do, keep your yaps shut and let me do the talking, or else they'll know something's up.
And there won't be any funny business, no tip-offs, nothing that seems like coded messaging, because Adrastos here knows what happens to an unprotected body in space.
Yeah, I've heard. All right, shall we?
It made this my home ship So that means Sarah and Amelia Earhart are on the ship with us. Unintentionally.
That's far enough. Hailing frequencies are open. State your business or move along.
Hey, it's me, Adrastos. Am I coming in?
Loud and clear, Mr. Dakota.
Perfect. Look, I just lifted this sweet ride from some poor sap in Aquila. I need to bring it into the shop. You got room?
She's a beaut, all right. We'll get those numbers filed off, and then we'll decide if we want to keep her as is or strip her for parts. Bay 1 is almost free. You're clear to dock with it. See you on the inside.
See, look at that. Smooth and easy as Chunk's pie. We'll see.
Make sure you're suited up and ready for anything, rookie. Easy part's over. Expect resistance once we get inside. Something tells me they're not gonna take kindly to us.
Probably not. Hey, what about me?
What about you? You're staying right here on board, and we're locking the door behind us so no one can get in or out. You know, just in case you were hoping for your friends to help you. Me and my partner will go in and grab Hannibal. We'll be back before you know it.
Sounds like you got it all figured out. I'd say good luck, but that doesn't exactly work in my favor, so... I don't know. Don't have too much fun without me? Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
I mean, he'll be fine. He's got, Sarah and Amelia. I don't know.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
You're not coming on board.
No time to waste. We've got to get into the chop shop.
I just wanted to check if they were here on the ship, and they are. All of my...
You've got something for me?
Yeah, this is all my stuff. So it did make this my ship. Oh my god.
What's buzzing, cousin?
That's buzzing is that you're both blocking the doorway. So I'm just going to do this. I just wanted to see if they were actually on the ship or if it was a bug. No, they were actually teleported onto the ship. Don't know why. Okay. Roach and I have arrived on board the chop shop, which appears to have its gravity shut off. Now to find Hannibal somewhere inside.
Okay, rookie. Remember, they shoot at us, that's on them. They chose their fate. It's open season on assholes. It's my preference to take Hannibal in alive. He's more valuable that way. But if it comes down to it, we'll do what we've got to do. Let's go get him.
So you're following me again, right? Okay. All right. I don't know if they're...
Don't let them into the loading bay. We're going into lockdown.
He sounds like a...
loading bay.
He sounds like a child. Oh, well, you're a spacer. I don't care about shooting you. I wasn't going to shoot him, but then he ended up being a spacer, so... Yeah. Am I going this way? It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Oh, come on. Did you just try to throw a grenade? Oh god, keep moving! Stop moving!
That all you got?
Oh, you... I need to also set up... Oh no, I have gravity wave. I have to sneeze. I gotta sneeze. There we go.
Billy, use your help, Rook!
Okay. Kind of just gonna go straight to him, because again...
Well, that's tough luck. This thing's still hooked up to the ship it came from. Bet if we can get on board, we can fire it and punch a hole through to the other side. Since the loading bay door is sealed shut, it might be our only chance. If I recall the layout of the station from the outside, it should give us access to the docking bay. And there's only a slight chance it'll jettison us into space. I'm willing to take the risk.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rush through this because, again, I have to get to work. I don't have time for all the nonsense. I'm stuck because of gravity.
That sure looks locked up tight. Maybe we'll get lucky and they keep the keys in the control room. My eyes! What the hell?
Should you not be burning? Why aren't you burning?
You're really willing to die for this guy?
Sorry, I was just wondering why that person wasn't burning. Doesn't solar flare ignite them? Oh, and it requires a freaking key. I don't have time. I gotta go to work. I gotta shower. What is... And I can't shoot through the window. Oh my god, I hate flying around. It's so annoying. How do I get in there? I can't even pick it, so I need to find a key. Where? Oh my... Stop floating around. Oh my god. You had the key. Okay. I don't even know who you were, but you apparently had the key on you. Can you stop? Thank you. And I need to read all this stuff, so I'm gonna have to clip this because I need to read all these logs, and I don't have time to read all the logs, unfortunately. You're just gonna bump into me while I'm doing my thing? The command tower key is in this room that you can't get into without the key? How does that make any sense? Oh, come on. Let's consume that. Eat that sandwich that... So a part of me does like this whole 0G thing, but also someone who doesn't like heights, I don't like being floating around. Like, it's cool. But I don't want to be in... Hello? Oh, there's a bunch of dudes in that room that I guess I just ran past. Okay, well, we'll leave them where they are. We'll go ahead and... Can you just grab the ammo, please? Grab that spare key that I don't need. Like, how would I have gotten that key if it's in this room? Oh! Oh, I didn't realize there was an opening in the floor. Well, then why are you? Okay. Control room. Inventory log. Oh, there's so much to read. Good thing I went to work and then came back. It's actually the next day. Thresher. Status. In progress. Oh, Thresher is, I guess, the name of a ship? In progress. Disassembly started in Hangar A. Scrubbed IDs and wiped computers. Still need to file numbers off several parts. Oh, the numbers so they can't... I was like, what do you mean? They're filing the numbers off so people can't read them. Not file as in document. Off several parts after they're ripped out. Removed main systems from internal power. Hull requires repairs. So, see what can be salvaged and we'll use the rest of the scrap, or rest for scrap. Weapons and engine systems are in good shape. Can easily be retrofitted into other ships. Several buyers are lined up, so take priority on this one. The Sun Sail. And that one updates my log. Okay. In progress. Prep for disassembly in Hangar B. Anton discovered a problem with the missile pod. The magnetic clamps refuse to disengage. Oh, this is the ship that I need to open the door. That's right. To disengage even after powering down. Nicholas says he can get in and rewire it, but recommends moving the pod to the upper transport shaft in case it goes off. That way, it'll only fire a hole into the upper loading bay, which we can cheaply repair, instead of knocking a hole in the side of the shop. A lot less cheap. Not to mention, if you knock it in the side of the shop, isn't that going to suck everyone out? I actually don't know how space physics work in this game. I recommend doing this outside, but we've already started stripping down the engines, and our tow's currently out of commission, so the ship's got to stay in the garage. Why not just not strip this one yet? Is this the one that already got buyers? It doesn't look like it. They could hold off on this one. Until then, Nicholas says he's locking up the ship so no one can accidentally fire the missile. And the only way to open this door for them, logically, is to fire a missile into it. They don't have any other way of getting the doors open. And keeping the key in a, quote, safe place, end quote, which, knowing him, means his locker, because he's not smart. The Vulture. Status, fully done. It's fully stripped. Notes, extensive heat leach damage in the thruster compartments. Had to scrap those. The rest was salvageable. Marco managed to get the stains out of all the upholstery. Oh, they mean by blood, okay. But wasn't happy about it. I gave him an extra bonus for a job well done. Oh, he's a good boss, oddly enough. Need a water break. Stay hydrated. The Rapier, however you pronounce it. Status, done, scrubbed, and fully refurbished. Removed all traces of identification. Gave it a brand new paint job and outfitted advanced weaponry. Upgraded the grav drive. How nice. And question mark. Status: refurbished and upgraded. Notes: buyer was very eager to get it back and paid extra for a rush order. Very discreet. I've never seen a ship quite like this one. Oh, it's my ship! Oh, no, it's not my ship. Sorry, I looked ahead. It must have been through several shops like ours to get where it is now. Honestly, I'm glad it was a rush order. They gave me the creeps. Said they wanted a ship to rival the Razorleaf, which is the Mantis ship that I now have. Whatever that is. I said I could do it anyway, and it wasn't questioned. I said I could do it anyway, and it wasn't quite sure. Told me money was no object. So I gave him the works, and they seemed pleased. Does this mean there's now going to be a random encounter involving a ship to rival the Mantis? I hope so. Internal memos. Why do you guys write so much? There is more writing on this scrap terminal than there has been anywhere else in the game. Secure your shit! Friendly reminder to secure anything that isn't bolted down. Remember to use the magnetic clamps to secure anything heavy. We don't want a repeat of the Randy incident from last time we had to do this. Also, if I float into another one of your used tissue... Oh, that's disgusting. Used tissues, the whole lot of you are going out the airlock. Well, we can only hope it was snot. Gravity is staying off. What? Okay. Until further notice, the gravity is staying off. We just got 2 ships in that need to be chopped and dropped ASAP. I don't care if it makes your tum-tum upset or if you're bumping into stuff while you sleep. It's staying off. The sooner we get this done, the sooner you'll be able to use your legs again. I think I was supposed to read these in ascending order. But we've already started descending, so. Welcome! Let me be the first to welcome you fine legitimate business people to our brand new establishment. Thanks to a tip from our good friend Priya, we have found ourselves in possession of a recently abandoned Staryard. What luck! Next week, we'll begin the process of moving it to the asteroid field outside of Andromos 4A. It won't be easy, but I expect great things from you all. Okay. Priya. No! Come.
Sit! Lockers in the living quarters, I assume. I love dealing with spacers. They make it so easy sometimes.
How do I go up? This is like one of the only 2 times I've had to fight in 0G, and I'm still not used to it. Alright. I'm guessing it kicked me out because I was being attacked? Where was I? Thank you and farewell. Everyone, it is with a heavy heart that I announce the closure of this facility. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we'll no longer be able to sustain operations. Over the years, we've been able to provide cheap yet reliable maintenance to countless individuals who may have fallen on hard times. Without each and every one of you all, you could just say that, we would have never have made it as far as we did, and I'm proud of everything we've accomplished. I'd also personally like to thank Priya, Bowden, and Ash. Without you, none of this would have been possible in the first place. So, when he thanked Priya, was that because they killed Priya and discovered the Staryard, or did Priya actually tell them about this? Personal correspondence. Subject, trackers in Aquila. Yo, Hannibal. Word is, the trackers set up shop in Aquila. Shame. Because we've seen a lot of good ships come from there. For your own good, I'm avoiding going there myself. Or I'd avoid going there yourself. Maybe send someone else to make contact with our friends there. Might even want to keep this on the down low so as not to spook anyone. Word will get out soon enough. We need to be careful and take advantage of that before no one's willing to go anymore. Deke, no one is odd choice of words. Not odd, but no one is our current boss. Our subject, RE. Keep snacks in the living quarters. I'll read them in ascending order, so they're in the correct order. I don't know who was eating chunks in Hangar A, but Shanti found... There's a lot of name drops in this note. But Shanti found loose bits of cheesesteak and... Cabernet. It is... No, whatever. Cabernet chunking yawn. Oh, like... Okay. It's like filet mignon, but with chunks. That's why I was trying to read it, and it made no sense. Sticking to the inside of the open compartment of the dolphin we had in there. It could have caused a short in the weapon system, which would have been bad for all of us if we fired up the ship before cleaning it. Don't make me bring out the pictures from the last time we had an accident like that. Sorry, that was me. Won't happen again. Deke. And since Deke messaged this one, we know he didn't kill Deke. Subject, tips. Hey boss, I've got a couple of tips that we might want to act on. Some sort of fancy parties happening on Parima 2. Well, outside of Paradiso. Bunch of wealthy elite scumbags bringing their pleasure vessels from all over for a private beach party. Can't believe those assholes on the Paradiso board let them. But I guess even they have a price. If we can slip in while they're all drunk and naked on the beach, we can make off with dozens of top-tier ships. Well, I went to Paradiso and we didn't see any pleasure vessels. So maybe they already stole them. There's a classic ship show happening next week outside of New Atlantis. Lots of older models, but they're worth a fortune. Not sure if we want to hit it the night before while everyone's parked and getting ready, or pose as interested buyers and jack them right out from under their noses. Just remember, don't try to take the 72 alias. There's a reason they don't make grav drives like that anymore. Archer. Not Arthur. Archer. Tugboat. Look, another new name. Tugboat's out of commission ever since Laz, 2 new names, borked the engines trying to reposition. I tried to reposition the asteroids outside. I told him they were fine, but he insisted they were getting closer, and that's why you don't use chems on the job. Once we finished work on the thresher, we'll bring it in for repairs. And then we can worry about the sun sail. For now, let people know about the wires so no one gets tangled up or pulls them, or whatever. Anton, period. Anton put a period after their name. Subject, RE, custom cargo. One of the guys said he might have been spotted by Sistef when we jacked that weird custom cargo ship. And this thing's too huge to fit in the hangar, so our options to scrub it may be limited. I think our best bet's to cut our losses and offload it as quickly as possible. I don't care the price, just get rid of it. Hannibal. Don't worry, I already found us a buyer. Some stupid shopkeeper in Sidonia spent her life savings to take it off our hands. She seems really happy about it and didn't ask any questions. Didn't even ask for my name. So I don't think there's gonna be any problems, at least not for us. Surely someone's gonna come looking for that ship sooner or later. I'm just glad it's not us who have to worry about it. Deke. Okay, is that someone we know? Station lockdown override. Disable station lockdown. Crew quarters success. Lockdown lifted. Loading bay is an error. Docking bay is an error. And command tower is an error. Because, again, we're already in here. But apparently I could have come in through here. Come on. I'm floating, meaning it's a lot, because there's no vats.
You're really gonna make me sweat for this, huh?
Stop floating backward, because obviously I shot a gun. I'm gonna fly backwards, right? No, get the other one off before I fly away. That was my, I panicked. Trying to get that other shot off. I didn't want to float away from it. Are you telling me I can't shoot through this?
Funeral, pal.
Or are you telling me the bullets just aren't reaching that far? Because that absolutely should have hit that dude. Where'd he go?
Nobody's gonna miss you.
Kind of did. Yeah, there's one more person in this room.
This would be a lot easier if you didn't fight back.
Roach. Can I get in this ship? The other thing that sucks about this zero-G is trying to explore. I mean, it makes it easier to fly up to places, but bouncing around... I need to just let it line it up for me, I guess. That's what I did with those two shots. I just aimed and waited till I drifted into position. Okay. Oh, hi. You should die from the fire, right? Oh, you're already dead. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, lockers. No. Can you just grab the cred stick? Do I want to waste the time on that advanced lock safe? Oh my gosh. Here. What is that? Battery. Is there a way to just stable? So, okay. Not these lockers, unless it's in the safe. Yeah, is there a way to stabilize while you're floating in space? Okay, that one's done. Really? Oh, I'm guessing I messed up then. Wait, this makes no sense. Okay, now it makes sense. And it's not even in here. Okay. Can I go through this door? Yep, because this is the crew quarters. It's a cred stick. Someone got shot during this, I'm assuming, poker game. There's a chess game. Ooh, no. That's ammo. That's a chunk. Eat the chunk.
Taking fire!
Yeah, you have a pistol also. I've just noticed that.
I'm hit! Damn! That one stung!
Why do you have a pistol, dude? Lightweight and stealthy, I guess? I'll eat more of their food. This place is so freaking huge. Okay. There's a locker with some paddle balls in it. There's an empty locker. Someone was playing solitaire. Someone was eating up a storm. Some chunks poutine. Pizza square. I'll use a pizza square. This one's got a bunch of dolls in it. What were you eating? Choco bites. Can you... Grab them cred sticks. What is that? What? No. Hold on. What is that? We'll take that.
I will find you.
I don't think that's unique. That's just a Warrior's Tonto. This bed has nothing. This bed's got some chems. The beds aren't labeled. And I checked all the lockers in here, which means there has to be more. Yep, it's right down there. Okay. Sorry, I just flew straight into your crotch. What's that? Don't eat chunks. Our chunks, people. Is chunk soylent? Oh, this is a nice little sitting, chilling area. Already checked you, right? Yep, then get out of my way. Oh, I didn't want the eggs. I don't care about those. How have they not invented, like, magnetic boots? I should have magnetic boots so that I can clamp down to the floor. Can't, oh, come on. I can't fly over that railing. It's another mimic. I love Prey. Prey's pretty good. Alright. Oh, there was a second one I didn't go up into, but I don't think there's anything in these. These guys don't seem like the type to make diaries, you know? These little Capri Sun drinks. It's probably gonna have me go this way anyway, so I don't know why I went here first. Let's go back and grab the key. Okay. I know there's someone down here. Alright. Take that. Okay, space toilets here are different than toilets anywhere else. Good to know. You know, if you want, you can grab one of these other weapons so you're not using just pistol. Just a thought. This is the shower? No, okay, it's just, they're all bathrooms. The sun sail, ship key.
Hey, right where it said it'd be. Well, you know what to do. Time to crack that sucker open and fire that missile.
Again, I don't think that's a very smart thing to do. If you're using a toilet in space, isn't it just gonna float in the toilet bowl and bounce against your butt when you take a dump? I mean, I don't know. I've never been to space. Two more Digipicks. Can you descend? Thank you. Trilling rod. Oh my gosh. Fly over these railings. Why can't I fly over those railings? And then it's a ship, so it needs to be entered from the bottom.
You're the one with the key. Let's bust in.
I will, when I find the door. What? Oh, can I go through the airlock door? And not the, not the normal door? No? Wait, then how do I get in here? Oh, there it was. Okay. I should be able to put this away now, right? No one's gonna be here. Oh! Novice lock terminal. Oh no, wrong thing. Tell me that doesn't fit there? No, because that one does. Just want to see if there's anything about the ship from the original owners still here. I know it's going to make this video longer. Why do you gotta duck? But the exploration part's the part that I love. Even though it often doesn't pay off in the end. Like, there's not going to be any...
When I find you...
Why are you on this ship? Like, yeah, there's not going to be any payoff here, huh? Oh, maybe. What is that? Couple of mines and an arc. Can you please? Oh, it was just a personal groomer. I thought it was some kind of ammo, or not ammo, but chem. And I can't get to the cockpit. Okay. I don't know where Roach went. Okay, stop bouncing around.
Good.
Oh my gosh. Roach! Yeah, like, why was she in here? They also could have named it. They've given me so many names of all the different raiders here. This could have been, I've already forgotten her name. Sheila? Ship logs, so we can find out about what happened here. Our journey begins. It's taken years, but we finally managed to scrape just enough together to get this ship. Between the noise and lights, the thieves and crooks, Neon is no place to start a family. Oh, it was a family. Today, the 8 of us set off to find greener pastures to begin our new lives. Well, greener pastures, that's a reference to Fallout and the Raiders of Fallout. I think, were they raiders or were they super mutants? I don't remember. I think they were slavers. Where are we going? Who knows? But we'll know when we find it. When we find it. Many hardships await us, but I trust we'll find a way. I know that greener pastures is just a slogan. Like, not a slogan note, so whatever you call it. A common phrase. It's not most likely a reference to Fallout. Jaffa. Isn't Jaffa a planet in Star Wars? Isn't that where Rey was? Jocko? Jaffa? It don't matter. It's been just over a week since we've set off, and all lights are green. Greener pastures? We spent the last few days poking around the Jaffa system. The coasts of Jaffa 2 are absolutely breathtaking. Stocked up on water and food before leaving, but we may definitely want to come back. Met with a group of school children on a field trip in the orbit of Jaffa 2. That's a random encounter that you can find and stumble across. I think I've already done it. Think I may have scared them a little pretending to be a pirate, which is an option you can do. You can pretend to be a pirate. Oh, well, hopefully they learned you can't be too careful out here. Russell who? Think we have a winner here. Russell Hogg. I don't know what that says. 2. The name is a mouthful. Yes, it is. But the weather's nice and the forest provides some really nice shade. The native leechers are surprisingly tasty, too. Just need to keep your distance, or else they'll fling their quills at you. Ask me how I know. How do you know? We're going to keep looking for now, but unless we find somewhere better, I think we'll begin settling here very soon. Okay. Sorry, I just got up. Grav drive critical. Lost the grav drive just outside of Groombridge. Groombridge. That doesn't sound like a pleasant place you want to go. I knew it was only a matter of time before the gimbal went. We tried trading for one, but no one we've met along the way have had any to spare. How could that be when those damn things are everywhere? What is a gimbal? Luckily, a nearby ship heard our transmission and said they can tow us to the nearby station in Andromos. Of course. Thought we'd be stuck out here forever. Just goes to show, do good things and good things will come. No, you're dead. SOS. Any nearby ship receiving this message, please send help. We've been boarded by spacers. We're currently trapped in orbit around Groombridge 8A. I repeat, any nearby ships, please send help. And no one sent help. Inventory. Food and water. A lot. You have water, protein, grain, and preserved foods. Munitions, Class C missiles, and ballistic rounds. Spare parts. Positron batteries, supercooled magnet, and isocentered magnet. Needs. 0G gimbal. We desperately need one. Reactive gauges and nuclear fuel rods. For trade, zero wire, microsecond regulators, polytextile, and comm relays. Okay. Debug menu. Attention, this menu is intended for use only by a Class B ship technician or higher. Access to this menu has been logged, and ship warranty has been invalidated. Oh no, my ship warranty, dude. Shields. Connection error. Life support. Connection error. Thrusters? That'd have been such a funny little thing there. If I hit thrusters and we just skyrocketed out the thing and blew up and died. Grav drive? Same thing with the grav drive. Starboard weapons. Port weapons. All of that is turned off, but the missile pod is not. Makes no sense. Warning, verify weapon missile pod is free of munitions prior to testing fire. Failure to clear munitions may have catastrophic consequences. Execute test sequence. Boot sequence. Success. Warning, fault detected in mounting brackets. Testing arming sequence. Success. Testing firing sequence. Success. Weapon missile pod. Return to positive value. That mean it fired? I didn't hear an explosion.
Hell yeah! That sounded like it might have done the trick. Hey, no explosive decompression, so we're good.
That's the proper terminology. I said everyone would just get sucked out through a hole. Look, man, I'm not the best choice. I'm not even Spacer's choice. Okay, we never actually went down here where these guys were. Actually, I think we did. Because we were down at this end, right? Yeah, we were down at that end. So we did head down to this end. Okay, I thought I could go through that hole there. I guess it didn't want me to. That don't look good. Still got more to search through. Oh, whatever. That should have hit him. Oh, God.
Oh, come on! We just need your boss, then we'll be out of your hair!
Exactly. Stop flying up. Okay, I'm going down there with you guys. There we go. All right. Wow, you have a lot of credits on you. A microgun instead of a minigun. It was a third person, right? I think. Yeah, there you are. Since there's still no loot all. Yeah, there's still no loot all. This better be the end of the line, bro. Hey!
Don't shoot! I give up!
Put my gun away, thank you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up! You got the wrong guy! I'm not Hannibal, I swear! I just work for him!
Now, I don't know if you know this, but like it shows your name over you when I look at you. But okay. Well, I'll give you one chance to tell me who you are then.
Yeah, of course. I don't want to die. It's like this, see? Hannibal rarely goes out. But when he does, he goes under an assumed identity and leaves me in charge. Sometimes it's a Drastos, sometimes it's Chase, Jackie, Scotty, whatever. He's got 100 of them. It's one of the reasons he never gets caught. I'm just Deke. Deke Hansen.
Motherfuck. I don't want to believe him, but it makes sense.
So he was a Drastos, which means our scanning system sucks. Shouldn't the scanning system be able to tell that that was Hannibal and not a Drastos? Right? Logically, in my head. No problem. A Drastos, or Hannibal, is already on our ship in handcuffs.
Is he? You might want to go to the window and take a look, cause it looked like he was pretty free and uncuffed last I saw him.
Son of a... I'll keep an eye on Deke. Go look and see if he's telling the truth.
Hello, trackers. By now you've probably found my associate Deke and learned that he is not in fact me, and that I am not who I said I was. Darn it, I know, right? Anyway, if you look out the window, you can see I'm taking your beautiful ship. Thanks, by the way. But don't worry, I won't leave you stranded. I'm not that bad a guy. You'll find a container nearby with a key to an old junker that should hold up long enough to get you home. I've left you some other goodies too, just so there's no hard feelings. It should unlock now. As for me, I think I'm out of the stolen ship business after this, so I won't trouble you anymore. So long, and thanks for playing.
Almost makes it hard to hate him. Almost. Well, we gotta get back to HQ. Let's see what he's left us and hope he's not luring us into a death trap.
Okay, we still have Deke here.
Can I come with you?
Why didn't you take the junker when you had the chance?
I couldn't. I didn't have the key. And apparently Hannibal decided to give it to you instead of me, which I'm still struggling to understand.
Yeah, it actually makes zero sense why, if he's being pursued by us, why he would give us a way off. It seems like it would make more sense for us to come to him and threaten him and have Zeke get us a way off than for the other dude to give us a way off. Sure, you can come along.
Oh, thank you.
No, nuh-uh, not happening. You're a mechanic. You've got ships. Figure it out. We're leaving. End of discussion.
Hey, I offered.
Well,
He's got a point, though. I could also just shoot you.
Can we just not talk about this right now?
Just so you know, this is your fault. Don't blame me.
You didn't kill me. I suppose I should be thankful.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You should. But my people were on that ship. I know, obviously, game mechanic, it's just gonna give them back to me. But you're telling me Sarah and Amelia Earhart couldn't wrestle Adrastos down and stop him from leaving? I think Sarah could have taken him. Hannibal got away with our ship. He was in Adrastos the whole time. At least he left us a junker ship so we won't be stranded, along with some other toys. We should grab those and get out of here. Junker Watchdog Key. Shipbreaker's Cutter. Okay, Advanced Arc Might Plasma Cutter. Advanced Extreme Temperature Entry Helmet. Power Pack. Entry Spacesuit. Another Astra, still don't know what those are for. Some credits. Magnetic Diodes. And a unique cutter, my second unique cutter. This is what games need to do with their weapons. This is what you do with weapons. With unique weapons, I mean. It's so annoying when they just throw a name on it.
I don't want to hear it.
God
Damn, he wasn't kidding. This thing looks like it can barely fly. Still, that Hannibal is something else. He could have marooned us and left us to starve. At least we can get home.
And again, that's not odd to you?
The quicker we put this mission behind us, the better.
I don't hear my companions talking. There's no way it's gonna get rid of Sarah. She is a main story character. So she has to be here somewhere. Unless it's just gonna be like, oh, he dropped us off randomly. So I guess we'll find out. Why are there... Oh, okay. One that heads downward. One that heads upward. I thought that said Molecular Steve. Who the fuck is Molecular Steve? The Viper's Nest. Return to Agent Number 1.
I picked up something
Oh, there they
you
are.
might be interested in.
Return to Roach. Okay, I got all my stuff back. There's Amelia.
See anything interesting today?
Oh, did it teleport Roach away?
Something you need?
What? Return to Roach. Why is Roach off the ship? I think it teleports him away as soon as I sit down, because it's like, oh, the player's just gonna leave immediately. So he's not off the ship. Yeah, he's right here.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay. No, I should have just hit cockpit. Now he's back on the ship.
What can I help you with?
Well, you could have helped me by clobbering Adrestos.
Hey, Captain.
That would have been nice of you. I thought I saw someone in that seat. So I lost that other ship, and now I've got a worse ship.
Weapons looking right as rain, Captain. Shields are available.
Thanks. We currently need neither of those.
We're free.
Let's head back to Aquila. Tell the boss that we failed. I'll switch my ship back afterwards. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm over encumbered. I'll take care of that afterwards too.
That bank robbery sounded intense. It could have gone down so much
Oh, come on! Seriously?
I don't know what you're upset about. No one. No one here?
Heard you much? Hey, leave no mercy, show... No, other way around. You get it.
Welcome back, recruit.
Hey, boss.
I assume your return means you have successfully completed your mission. But where is Hannibal?
I'll let you say it, rookie.
Well... I guess, yeah, I'll say Roach had a great plan, but Hannibal proved to be too slippery.
Understood. In your evaluation, Roach, was it a flaw in the plan or the execution?
Neither. It was a failure of intel. We could only act on the information we had, and since the intel was bad, everything else went sideways. I'll fill you in later, but I suspect that was also somehow Hannibal's doing.
More importantly, Roach, how do you evaluate your partner's performance?
Even if we didn't catch our target, Rookie here did a good job. I stood back and advised. Rookie did most of the work. They'd make a good tracker.
I trust your endorsement, Roach. With that, your assessment is complete. Roach believes you did well. Welcome to the Trackers Alliance. Other bounties on the display will now be available to you, as will the downstairs lounge. There, you will find the Elite Bounty Board, with tougher missions, as well as other amenities and resources. Lastly, you will choose a call sign. This is how other trackers will know you within the Alliance. It will obfuscate your identity and keep you safe.
That's just because they can't use your real name. Mantis! No, they shouldn't know that I'm the Mantis. Even though I'm walking around in my Mantis gear. Bear, Blitzkrieg, Mantis, Night Stalker, Nova, Raven, Shadow, Tempest, Terror, Wraith. Do I go with Mantis because I'm the Mantis? I really wish there was a speak as the Mantis option, like speak as the Shroud. Logically, I shouldn't go as the Mantis because I'm supposed to be undercover. But I also want to know if they have unique dialogue for calling myself the Mantis, so we'll say it.
It is affirmed. Henceforth, you shall be known among trackers as Mantis.
Nope, guess not.
Look what the Astra dragged in.
So this was only 2 quests long? Is that why it was so long?
The hunt continues. I hope you fare well.
No, it's gonna give us another thing. Wait, are you now a companion?
Well, if it isn't the Rookie.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
I did tell you I would, didn't I? Okay, fine. Been bounty hunting for a while. Before that, I was a line cook at a shitty little restaurant in Neon, of all things. Got no family, no close friends. In other words, no liabilities getting in the way of being the best tracker in the history of the Alliance. That's me in a nutshell.
Well, I've completed 0 bounties. How do we stack up?
Bruh, you haven't even started. We don't count anything you may have done for the freelance bounty boards.
So any number I would have had there, he would have said something, but I have done 0 bounties. I thought you didn't like me. Why'd you stick up for me after our first mission? Because it was kind of his fault, to be honest.
Well, you weren't that bad of a partner. You kind of grew on me. That and I need someone to compare bounty scores with. Was hoping you'd be game. All these other losers think it's beneath them or something.
I'm with him. It seems childish. No, I'll say you're on. I don't care as much about getting high scores, but it'll give him hope.
Great. I had a good feeling about you. You've got a lot of catching up to do if you want to even approach my numbers, but don't think I'll just stop and let you.
Was that all your dialogue? I think I just accidentally
You
stole
ever want
something.
to learn from the... I'd wish you luck, but we both know it's more about skill.
Brr,
Glad
tank.
to be on the same path.
Nope,
Hasta
nothing new.
luego, my friend.
Inevitable?
My time is yours, should you need it, until we speak again.
No
Welcome,
one?
Tracker. There are always more bounties to collect. Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
We gonna find any people downstairs, or... Why are we keeping skulls?
Agent number 1? When am I gonna get another assignment? I'm itching to get back out there and track down some bounties.
It is like I told you. Now that you are a full-fledged tracker, you will not get assignments, nor will you be assigned a partner. You must do these things on your own. If you want to hunt a bounty, check the wanted display. If you want a partner, you must ask them. Or you can take a mission from the bounty board downstairs if you wish.
Ah, right. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to everything here. Thanks for the clarification. I'll see if there's anything I feel qualified to do.
I feel like Tank can't be a good bounty hunter. He's too nice, too impulsive. He's gonna get himself killed out there. Oh, you all have names. I was expecting it to just be bounty hunters, but who do we got?
You're always welcome to relax here between jobs.
We've got Warden. Doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, howdy, Tracker.
Take a load off. Have a cold drink. Unless you have somewhere better to be.
Bloodhound.
Well, if it ain't, Now, what call sign did you take again?
Do I need to share it with you?
If you want to chat with me, yeah. I know we don't do real names as part of the job, but I'd like to know who I'm talking to, if you don't mind.
I'm Mantis.
Mantis? Huh. Could be confusing with the real Mantis out there, but, why not? Well, I can see why you'd take that name. You got my seal of approval. Not that you need it. Name's Bloodhound. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Bloodhound, I am the real Mantis. I don't know if you can tell by the fact that I'm dressed as the Mantis, but I am the real Mantis. I think it's because I'm only wearing one piece of the outfit, which is the helmet, but I'm the Mantis. Got any good stories?
Loads. But let me tell you just one. So, I'm down at some ass-backwards moon outpost out in the boonies. Got this old feller in my sights who's wanted for thieving from Ryujin and the other big corpos. Now, he don't know I ain't gonna shoot him, but he's itching to do something stupid. Then his kids come out. His grandkids form a circle around him. Turns out, he's stealing so they can all just have a life. I get it. So I let him go. Far as the corpos know, he's dead.
Isn't that from a Western movie? I would have done the same.
Yep, I got cussed out pretty good. But sometimes, it's worth it to do some good in the verse.
Got any bounty hunting tips?
Sure. I'm a veritable wealth of information. Anything particular on your mind?
I mean, I don't know. Got any general tips?
Well, it ain't what I'd call hot tips, but they serve me well. Eat right, stay hydrated, exercise, you know, just stay healthy. Don't hunt if you're sick. Last thing you want is an errant cough or sneeze to give you away when you're trying to use the element of surprise.
He's got that right. Stay hydrated in this 112-degree weather. What's the best way to take someone in alive?
Personally, I prefer the diplomatic approach. Just because we're all certified badasses who could easily lay out the toughest spacer punk doesn't mean you're not human. If you ask me, words are a tracker's most effective tool. You'd be surprised how far a little sympathy can take you sometimes. And failing that, most targets are cowards. They don't want to die. Exploit that fact when you can.
I mean, that is true. If they're spending all their time running, they aren't that brave. How do you deal with a target who gives you no choice but to kill them?
Now that's a tough one. Depends on the situation. If you can't convince them with words, you may have to rough them up and put the fear of God in them. I suggest you learn as much as you can about human anatomy and physiology. It ain't pretty, but there are many things you can do to a body that ain't lethal, but may cause someone to wish they were.
I think I'm good for now, actually.
You got it, Chief.
It's Mantis. Can you tell me more about yourself, Bloodhound?
Sure. I don't mind sharing a little about myself, but not too much. I'm no agent number 1, but I'm still a tracker. Been a tracker for over 30 years. Before that, I was what you might call a freebooter. I won't tell you what I did, but sure as hell wasn't above board. Well, suffice to say, that life can weigh on your soul. After a few close calls and some introspection, I came to the idea that I could do some good instead. Of course, it's hard to translate those kind of skills to the workforce, so here I am. Always saw to it to bring in my targets alive, in case they have any similar revelations.
You always bring your targets in alive. Isn't that hard?
Yep. Every single time. It ain't too hard when you've lived my life and seen the things I've seen. Folks deserve a second, third, even fourth chance. I'm living proof of that. Tell me, let's say someone puts a bounty on your head that you rightfully didn't deserve, or maybe you slipped up and had a bad day. You think it's right that they get to play executioner?
I mean, no, obviously not. That was my whole point, that we accept bounties from criminals to kill innocent people just because we're getting paid. Yeah, I guess good point. I'd rather the justice system decide.
See, you get it. And that's where I stand. I'm hired to bring them in, not decide their fate. Anyway, you're gonna do you, and I won't judge. But don't come crying to me if you can't reckon with your own demons.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
So long.
you tracked blood in all over my damn floor again earlier.
Yes, that was likely me.
Well, could you not? I'm tired of cleaning up after you. I mean, look at you now. Not a speck of blood on you. You clearly know how to clean up after
Come to get
yourself.
some old school
For you,
perspective?
I will try to be more careful, but I make no promises.
Fine. Well, maybe I don't make any promises to give you a clean glass to drink out of. How's that for you?
That was the end of that conversation, I guess. Hold on. Am I wearing the full Mantis outfit? No. I'm wearing 2 pieces of the outfit. I'm 1 short. I don't think any of them will comment if I'm wearing the full outfit. Oh, should I go get it? Apparently I can't jump to my ship from here. So no, I won't go get it. We got Yama.
I've danced this dance with death for long. If you know it like I do. I have seen death. I have seen tragedy. I have seen more beg for their lives than I can count. But what I haven't seen is a fledgling tracker seemingly so willing and eager to speak with me so soon after joining. What knowledge do you hope to gain from our interaction?
Mostly I want to introduce myself. I'm Mantis. Yeah, I'll say that.
Indeed. A strong name. I am Yama. I borrow this name from the god of the dead, who judges the souls I usher to him.
Sounds good. What kind of advice do you have for a new tracker?
I must warn you, my advice may not be palatable.
Yeah, you seem like a kill-em-all type of guy, but I can handle it.
I hope those are not just words. I strongly insist that you consider heeding my advice. If you are given the choice between bringing your targets in alive or dead, always choose dead. Criminal fugitives must be brought to justice, and the only way to truly serve that justice is to end their lives so that they can be judged fairly in the afterlife.
You're saying you never bring your targets in alive?
Correct. A criminal fugitive is already trying to run from justice. They will do it again, if given the chance. It is in their nature. Would you allow even a slim chance that they escape again? Even if they turn from their criminal path, would you deny their victims true justice?
I mean, again, what about the people who have stolen a piece of bread to save their family and someone put a bounty on them? They don't deserve to die. But it's odd. You seem more of, I don't know who Yama is, but what you're describing sounds like Anubis, who's the one who weighs the hearts in the afterlife. And so far, we only know of, what, 3 religions in post-space life? So interesting that you're talking about this. But yeah, I would...
I grow tired of this conversation.
That's cool. I'd rather bring them in alive, so our secular justice system can do its job.
You put your faith in humankind when I have seen it at its worst. Simply put, we are fallible, and as such, so is our justice system. Even if you do not believe in the divine, I doubt you could sleep well knowing a corrupt justice system allowed a criminal to escape when you had the authority to enact justice yourself.
But I would rather not kill someone who didn't deserve to die. You know what I mean? Because then that makes me the murderer. You must have some interesting stories, huh?
My stories are not for your amusement. But I will share one so that you may learn from my mistake. There was one time I decided to let a man live. He had a family, a wife, 3 children. He showed me a picture. They looked happy. He begged I let him live and spend the rest of his days incarcerated. So, at least he could see them occasionally and watch his children grow up from afar. He escaped from prison. He went home and murdered his entire family, and the family next door, and several others. By the time I found him again, he had killed himself, robbing me of the chance to pass him off to face his eternal judgment. Never again.
So you just assume everyone's gonna be like that guy. I mean, I get you making a call to let someone live, but it's not on you if they run off to be a crazy murderer, right? Okay. Can you tell me more about yourself?
There is not much I wish to divulge. Whatever you have heard about me is likely true. I do not bring back my targets alive. I aim for brutal efficiency. I do not work well with others. You must know, I do not feel the need to appease or delight anyone. I take jobs no one else wants, and I always get it done. That is my value. So silence is unpleasant.
We just stopped talking.
May the shadows guide your path.
Okay. So by that, I'm assuming he is saying that he only does jobs where he knows... Ooh, these are mine. Where he knows someone is going to be a terrible person. Which I would be fine with.
There's no judgment here.
What can I do you for, young
But if he's
gun?
taking jobs, just any job, and then killing people, then I'm like,
yes?
No, that's
Speak
not
quickly.
cool. I'm taking your credits, man. Calm down. I'll leave the sandwich because it looks good.
Hope the field's treating you well out there.
Koyos? Okay. Stash. Wow, great name. Stash.
How about that? We got a new tracker in the building. Name's Stash, and I'm more than just a pretty face. You ever need my help, you can step right over here to my little corner and we can talk shop. Whether it's for business or pleasure, that's up to you.
Okay, so you are our merchant. Can you tell me more about what you do here?
I tinker. I make, modify, and refurbish weapons and other equipment. For trackers only. But I don't do it for free, and I don't do it for credits either. I only take Astras. And you get whatever I give you. No questions, no special requests, no refunds.
That's why we've been seeing the Astras. This entire quest line is basically the Mandalorian, because the Astras are like... Oh, I can't think of the name of it now. What is it? Beskar. The Astras are like Beskar. What are Astras?
I was hoping you'd ask. Back during the Narian War, there was some serious concern that the banks were going to fail. So some enterprising individuals took matters into their own hands and started minting their own currency, Astras, just in case the worst came to pass. Anyway, Astras are rare, but they're out there, still used in some black market circles since they're untraceable by any government.
Yep, sounds about right. What kind of equipment do you have here?
Guns, melee weapons, lethal, non-lethal, suits, you name it. All with my own modifications.
Sounds good. Okay. Oh, he actually says sounds, or I actually get to say sounds good. I can work with that.
Good. And we're on the same page.
A tracker like you must have some great stories, huh?
Matter of fact, I do. But the most interesting ones aren't from my tracker field work. Instead, I'm gonna take you back in time to my youth. See, I was a scrappy little neon street rat. I tinkered, built homemade weapons, and armor made out of scraps I came across. You can imagine who might buy that sort of thing. That's right, gangbangers and other lowlives. I saw what they used these weapons for, but I had to make money, and it kept me safe from the gangs because they needed me.
How did you go from that to becoming a tracker?
Well, I never did care much for those gangs, the way they preyed on folks weaker than them. So, when I found out about the trackers, I decided on a career change. Turns out I wasn't much for following rules. They said I was a bit of a loose cannon. But they liked my equipment, so here I am, peddling wares for other trackers.
Okay. Loose cannon, how so?
Well, when you grow up on the neon streets, you learn to fly by the seat of your pants. That doesn't always jive with protocol, even by tracker standards. Too much collateral damage. Don't worry, no one died. But let's just say I may have temporarily increased the homeless population. Anyway, I like what I do now. I'm putting my technical skills to use in a way that Trackers Alliance appreciates.
Okay, well, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Absolutely. And that's a good thing to keep in mind as you're out there catching bad guys. Just, try not to do what you gotta do with reckless abandon. Survival isn't always without consequences.
Okay, well, your name's Stash, and I said it incorrectly because you've got a stash of equipment. Kind of on the nose, isn't it?
No, and yes. No, it's Stash like my mustache. Yes, it's kind of on the nose, like my mustache. Well, under it, but you get the idea. But yeah, it does work out like that, doesn't it? You're not the first to suggest it, and I doubt you'll be the last. And before you ask, no, I didn't grow the stash because I got a stash of goods or vice versa. Sometimes nicknames just stick.
But shouldn't that not be allowed? They don't want you using other names. They want you to use the names that you choose. I guess I did the same thing. I am the Mantis, and I chose to stay the Mantis. I'd like to exchange Astras for equipment.
If you've got Astras, I'm sure I can scrounge up something to give you.
Oh, it's random. It's like the Purveyor from Fallout 76. I don't get to choose what
when you're done zoning
gives me.
out, talk to me.
Give me one of the best items you've got.
Astras for gear. Good deal if I ever heard one. Catch you around.
Okay. I don't like that it's random, but I guess that's fine. Demoralizing calibrated Brigadier. Bridger, not Brigadier. But my Ashta Tamer has a name. Okay, one person left to talk. No, we have the robot as well. And then the bartender.
If you're here to convince me not to kill again, you're wasting your time, my friend.
Now, hold on. It ain't always about that. I just want to know where you got that new hardware I saw you walk in with earlier.
I got it from Stash. Traded that old currency he deals in for it.
I can confirm that.
Ain't that something? You give him junk money and he gives you high quality gear.
I can confirm that too.
I have no qualms with this deal.
Of course, I don't get what he sees in the stuff. No one outside of him deals in it anymore.
You guys can hear me, right? It's like I said before, I'm collecting it because when it comes back into circulation, I'll have a huge supply of it.
Yeah, we hear you. I just don't think any of us believe it'll make a comeback after 100 years. But hey, you do you, Stash.
Yeah, we'll see. Just because you don't know anyone who deals in it doesn't mean it's worthless. I know people.
All right, well. Koyos?
Agent Koyos, at your service.
Oh.
Keep it quick, and don't waste my free cycles.
Koi OS, as in it's a Koi operating system. Does that stand for something?
No, it is a pseudo-acronym meant to emphasize my station as hardware and software. My programmer thought it would be clever, but clearly it goes over most heads. Koyos was a Greek Titan god, born of Uranus and Gaia. He was known as a Titan of knowledge and queries. But I wouldn't expect you to know that.
Well, I didn't know what Koyos did, but it is one of the moons of Uranus, so I knew it was something from Greek mythology. Uranus? Because that's... It could be Saturn. What do you do here?
Mostly stand around waiting for someone to interact with me. I am connected to the tracker database, so when a tracker either has or needs information about a certain target, they come to me. My directive is to assist trackers with any queries they have, and if desired, give advice based on the information we have compiled.
Oh, so it's your fault that,
Goodbye.
What was his name again? I've already forgotten. It's your fault that Hannibal got away. Settler, utility flights. They didn't give me an outfit. I don't like that these factions don't give you outfits.
Oh, good. No one's driven you away yet.
Feel free to tell old Two-Shot what's on your mind.
Okay.
Well, you're a new face. Ain't every day we get fresh meat for the grinder. What do we call you, Tracker?
Nah, same face I've always had. That's not what you meant, though, is it?
Should have seen that one coming. I appreciate a tracker with a sense of humor. It's a nice change from the usual. A lot of them around here are all brooding, strong, silent, I work alone types. It's refreshing to talk to someone who ain't.
Oh, well, the thing is, I kind of am. Should I be going around giving out my name like that?
Of course, sunshine. That's the whole point of the call signs. So we know who's who without giving real names.
Okay, well, you can call me Mantis.
Mantis? Not like the Mantis, though, right? You know what? Better to leave it a mystery. What can I get for you, Mantis? Oh, where are my manners? They call me Two-Shot, or even Touche for short. Used to be a tracker in the field like you. But I traded in gunslinging for slinging drinks. I sell drinks to wet your whistle and other provisions you may need out there. So what'll it be?
I feel like calling you Touche is just close to calling you Tush. But okay. Working here, you must know a lot about the other trackers, right?
You know it, Sunshine. Who do you want to know about?
Why did I tell you my name is Mantis if you're just gonna call me Sunshine? What's the story with Agent Number 1?
There's no story there. That's kind of the point with any Agent No One. You gotta give up your identity completely when you become leader of the trackers. That job comes with a giant target on your back. So, the less people know, the better. Agent No One is like a closed book. If that book were also glued, clamped, chained, and buried underneath an active volcano on the most distant moon of the most distant planet of the furthest star system.
That sounds about good. Can you tell me about Bloodhound when he's sitting right here next to me?
Bloodhound's one of the old-timers. He's good people, but I hear that wasn't always the case. I can't say for sure, but based on some of the stories he used to tell, I think he was ex-Fleet. As in the Crimson Fleet. Quite a turn to go from an outlaw to someone who chases outlaws. But the skills transfer pretty well, I imagine.
Can I look at him awkwardly? I'm this close to his face, and she just said that. What's with inevitable?
Oh, she's been doing this longer than anyone, I think. She's old, but don't count her out just yet. Rumor is she was next in line for Agent No One, but turned it down after the last one was killed. She even brought the killer to justice. Word is, she just liked fugitive recovery a lot more, or didn't want the responsibility. I lean more towards the latter. It makes more sense considering she's an agent now. Anyway, they used to say that the longer she bides her time, the more a fugitive has to fear.
Mm-hmm. The head of this bottle looks like a virus. And now that I look at the bottle itself, it looks like a virus. What's the deal with Roach?
He talks a big game, even has the skills and stats to back it up. But you probably also know as well as I do that he is fiercely competitive. You can either play into it or ignore it. He's not that bad once you get to know him. You ever wonder why he's called Roach, huh? It's because he seems to be unkillable. Not literally, of course, but he's managed to get himself out of some extremely sticky situations unscathed.
All right. Well, what do you know about Tank? Just seeing who else is in here.
He's a big teddy bear. Such a departure from the norm around here. Oh, I also know he's run the Red Mile under his tracker call sign, which may get him into trouble with someone someday, but it's his decision.
Well, I'm out there fighting crime as the Mantis, so it makes sense. Stash, what about him?
He fancies himself a charmer, let me tell you. Could talk a heat leech out of an overworked engine compartment. Don't tell him I told you, but he's a bit of a tracker fanboy. Never could quite hack it himself, but that's why he's still here. I bet he could talk your ear off about tracker history and stuff. Lord knows my ears feel a little looser after talking with him.
Okay, sounds good. Does a Koi OS count as a tracker? No.
I like to think of Koyos more as equipment than anything else, but it's still vital to our operations. I don't know who programmed it to maintain and access our database over short-range wireless, but it's secure from what I can tell. I just wish the programmer's attitude didn't show through. I could do without the sass.
Yeah, we already knew Koi OS wasn't a tracker. What's the deal with that warden guy who's on the other side of me?
Oh, he isn't exactly the conversational type. Seems to enjoy the company of others, but not talking to them or interacting with anyone in any meaningful way. We just leave him alone and let him do his thing. He doesn't bother us, and we don't bother him. Other than that, I don't know much about him. Seems to be a good tracker, though.
Sounds like me. I enjoy the company of others, but I have no intention to interact with them. What can you tell me about Yama?
Other than his obsession with death, I don't know much about him. He doesn't exactly open up to others. Everyone says he must have seen or done some pretty terrible things. I don't have anything to go on but that. You know, it takes a lot to make me uncomfortable, and even though he's never done anyone here any harm, or even so much as let anyone down, he still gives me the creeps.
Actually, I don't want to hear about any of the other trackers right now.
Suit yourself.
Where'd you get the name like Two Shot?
Funny you ask. Most trackers choose their call signs. So did I. Used to be called Solar Flare. but enough people started calling me Two-Shot that it stuck. When I was out there, it never took me more than 2 shots from my firearms to bag my target. Thought I would have given it up once I retired from tracking to have a kid. I pour such strong drinks that now they say it doesn't take any more than 2 shots to down a tracker. So, it stuck. I'm just happy they decided to keep me on the payroll.
You should not have mentioned you had a kid. That's leverage. Even though we're all currently good guys, the last person that killed the last Agent No One was a tracker. So now everyone in this room knows you have a kid. Let's see what you got behind the bar.
Sure thing, Sunshine.
Also, it's Mantis. You have called me Sunshine every time. And you have yet to call me by my proper name. I need to take all this stuff to my house and drop it off. But I mean, if you got the money, I got some weapons I don't need. Like this arc he gave me, it's not unique in any way. But the quest told me I had to pick it up, so I don't want to get rid of it. Why did the quest tell me to pick those all up? This is the only one that's unique. Even Heller didn't get a unique one, which is a little disappointing. I don't think I need them. It wouldn't let me sell them if I needed them for the quest, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those. That's new, though. Oh, hey, they did give me tracker stuff. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's it.
Yama, you track blood in all over my damn floor.
We already went over that one.
Yes, that was likely me.
Well, could you not?
So that is now it.
Cleaning up after you. I mean, look at you now. Not a speck of blood on you.
This wasn't unique, right? It was just, yeah. That was the entirety of...
The Alliance is strong and getting stronger by the day.
Well, maybe I don't make any promises.
Of the
to
Trackers
give you a
Alliance
clean glass to
main
drink out of.
quest line
How's that
here.
Good to see you again.
Not main quest line, but the Trackers Alliance quest line. There's probably going to be like another quest if I do enough bounties. I think some of the other factions do that. You do enough of their side Radiant quests, they give you another quest. So when I've done enough bounties, we'll tackle potentially another quest, because
Hey,
I
Max,
feel like
I
there's
brought
2
you
more
another couple
quests.
Bounties. Hope you're keeping up.
Yeah, I feel like there's 2 more quests because there's space for 2 more there. But we'll see.